Hello everyone and welcome back to the Chronicle. I'm thinking this week's video report might be kind of short because I'm sick or something. I don't know. No, I am for sure. I don't know where I was going with that. Also, yeah, the goals. There's only one still, which is college. And I guess I usually start with the goals, so let's start with the goal. Or the one, which is college. So I've still got, you can still see, whoops, you can still see I've got all my sticky notes hyperimposed, all, all of them to spell out the word college, over top the other goals. And I'm glad that it's like that. It does feel a little weird to not have something to like work towards, yeah, work towards. Like I was laying in bed just a second ago, because I am sick, and I was like, oh man, I don't know what I should do right now. Because, like, I just watched a movie, I watched my show. Um, I should probably make some more food. Uh, Plenty hydrated. But yeah, I was like, man, I don't know what to do now. There's no major order in Helldivers, so. Um, yeah, so the goal, college, it's going. It's going, I mean, good technically, because I'm making progress on it. I met with a counselor. It's in the journal somewhere, but I met with a counselor, and then she told me to meet with someone from KU, which is where I want to transfer. So I sent an email to their counselor department or whatever, but I sent it on like a Friday night. So waiting to hear back from that, and they're not going to respond on the weekend because they're at school. um, so yeah, I'll just wait until tomorrow for a response. Then I'll probably get in contact with them. And the counselor was like, they're from JCCC, which is where I got my associates from. She's like, you should probably, apply for your FAFSA, apply just to the college in general, as a transfer student. And I was like, yeah, I should probably do that. And I sent the email to get in contact with the counselor, and I did do my FAFSA, my portion of it. My parents got to do a portion of it too before it can be fully submitted. Um, so yeah, I think that's all that there is there. I don't know if I want to apply before talking with the counselor there. I mean, if it's just like if I can get a meeting as soon as tomorrow, then that'll be great, and then that'll be no issue. Um, but yeah, so I got my FAFSA. I think I'm just waiting on them. The only thing I could do would be to literally just apply as a transfer student. But like, don't want to waste any effort. I don't know. Probably wouldn't be that big a deal because, like the counselor said that I talked to, she was like, even if you don't get there in the fall, then you could get there in the spring, and your application and stuff will still be good. Also, I keep hyperfixating on. It looks like this eye is smaller than the other one in the camera. Anyway, um, goals. That one going good. Uh, Journal time, I guess. Starting off with Monday, let me do a quick read here. Excel was fine on Oracle, which is fine. I technically did nothing, which is okay. I've kind of had a bit of recent events or like the revenue days, pretty much just work target. Only do last week's report. Oh yeah, I guess didn't I do last week's report on a Monday? God, I keep looking at my eyes and then it makes me tweak out. Anyway, yeah, pretty sure my sister and roommate caused a gnat infestation. Um, See, I keep looking at stop. It's this eye. It's like bothering me. Every time I look at it, I'm like, whoa, why does it look like that? Is it like swollen? Dude, one time I was talking with my mom in the car and she was like, is one of your eyes droopy? I'm like, is it? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe it's just the lighting. Maybe I need to like rotate it or something. Um, yep, I still see it. Stop. Like, yeah, I think because this one's catching more light because it's right, the angle of the light. Nope. Nope, looks weird. Maybe it's because I'm sick. I don't know. I need to stop looking at that. Um, Monday. Yeah, so I went to oh yeah, back to the gnat thing. I'm pretty sure, not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that my sister and roommate caused a gnat infestation because she would leave piles of dirty dishes in the sink for a while, and that brought in gnats. And at one level, it's getting better now, but the infestation got so bad they were in the kitchen, they were in our bathrooms, they were in our bedrooms, they were everywhere, man. Like I said, it's getting better now, and I think we're just about rid of them. But oh my god. And like, I would have maybe probably done something about it sooner, but like, the whole reason I wanted to move out was so that I wouldn't have to clean up after people. Because like, after doing that my entire life, it's just not what I want to do anymore. And then she just left dishes in the sink, and they brought in gnats, and it's like, oh my god. But yeah, on Monday, I went to Target. I got a gnat trap, which kind of worked. I mean, it did and it didn't at the same time. Well, what I did was I put it in my bathroom, which is one of the spots they were, and then I turned off all the lights in there so that the only light was the UV light on the trap, and I think that got them, or something to an extent. They are still there in the kitchen, which is annoying, but you know. And then I also got some more deodorants. I don't know if I've shared the whole deodorant story on the channel before, but long story short, I can't use conventional deodorants. And after like a year or two of doing that, I'm going to try and find a more conventional deodorant because the native brand that I use is $13. And like, I'm not broke by any means, but $13 for one stick of deodorant is kind of crazy. Because that means that two is $26. Versus like, I just got like an Old Spice and it's like $8. So it's like much better. So I think if I can, um, if because it's I have sensitive baby skin, which is why I can't use conventional deodorant. It'll like irritate my skin and break it out. But if this Old Spice works, then I'll just use that. I don't really like the smell of it. It smells very kind of like fake and chemically. So maybe I'll try and find a different scent, in that same line that the brand has. But I got some more deodorants. The one that I have used a couple times seems to be going good. It might turn my skin red. It looks fine right now because I haven't used it in a day or two. It might turn my skin red. I haven't looked too thoroughly into that. It wasn't causing too much like pain or discomfort, like at all really. Um, yeah, like it wasn't causing a significant amount. Um, but yeah. So on Monday I just got some deodorants. Yeah, and then this Monday I also made that video, the weekly report. Tuesday, um, oh my goodness. Yeah, so what happened? So like, big words. Next page, big words. And then I haven't done today's entry yet. Um, I'm just really stressed about the whole, future of my entire life thing that I'm going through right now. I just realized that was not a good motion to do that, but it's whatever. Um, yeah, so that's just stressing me out a lot. So half these journal entries are just crash outs in big words. But wait, Thursday. How did we get to Thursday? Oh wait, we're not. Okay. So Monday was fine. Tuesday. What happened on Tuesday? Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. So yeah, Tuesday I had called the college, JCCC, to get an appointment with a counselor, and she's like, "Oh, we're scheduling like 4 weeks out with our counselors," and I'm like, "Holy crap!" She was like, "You could do a virtual walk-in." I was like, "Okay." So then I went with that. That's about all that happened Tuesday. It was like I called the college. They said we could do a virtual walk-in, but not a schedule. I was like, "Okay," and that's about Tuesday. Now Wednesday, let me see. Oh yeah. So today's Sunday as I'm recording this. Wednesday, I think I started getting sick. And instead of staying home and resting, I was like, maybe I can just get through it. Um, couldn't. Um, yeah. Okay, I'm on the warm light setting right now, but I feel like it's making me very pale. Probably just because I'm sick. Yeah, so Wednesday was when I started suspecting that I was getting sick, feeling several symptoms of being sick. I took some vitamin C, see how it goes. Yeah, and then Wednesday was my appointment with the counselor from JCCC. That was about it. Thursday, got off work early, made some food, probably sick, made progress on the main objective, which is college. Um, yeah, so that was, wait. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know what progress I made Thursday. Maybe sending the email? Yeah, because I think I found out on Thursday when I sent the email. I sent the email Thursday. Friday, I found out I accidentally sent it to the JCCC counseling again instead of the KU counseling. Uh, Yeah, so I was sick Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday. Oh yeah, that one was written way late in the day. Okay. So Friday, my sickness is getting worse, right? Because like I said, Wednesday and Thursday I just pushed through it. So after 2 days of pushing through it, Friday was the third day of pushing through being sick. Took a nap after work. And my plan was I was going to work, right? I felt really tired at work, right? Because I was sick. So I worked, came home, napped, right? I was gonna sleep for a longer while, but then I had to go to my brother's birthday dinner. So I didn't sleep as much as I wanted to. Then I went to the birthday dinner, came back, played a little bit of Helldivers because I wasn't tired anymore because I ate food, so I felt a little bit better. And then I went to a 10 p.m. showing of the new Superman. Super good movie, by the way. Amazing movie. Um, and then, yeah, I wrote this entry at like 1 in the morning. And I was like, oh my gosh, it was so hard to move. Like, literally, I was so tired. Um, yeah, there's not a lot of this entry doesn't literally, it's pretty empty. It's a bunch of big words. Big isn't literally, like, they're big because when I write quicker and faster, the words become bigger. Um, yeah. And then there is no entry for Saturday because Saturday was probably the worst of it. It's weird. Yeah, Saturday, I mean, today, I was just sick. I was just sick. I did not leave the house. Have not left the house today either, unless you count taking out the trash, which was not leaving the apartment complex. Um, but yeah, I've been sick. It's not the worst. Not as bad as it could be. Um, it's just, I don't want to stop my life. Like, I don't want to call into work if I'm still capable of working, even though I'm sick. So I did that for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I was like, Saturday, okay, I'm gonna stop. Right, and then I woke up feeling bad on Saturday. I felt bad pretty much all of Saturday. I was surprised to see how much better I felt this morning. Um, yeah, so I'm hoping tomorrow will be better. I'm hoping tomorrow I'll be at that sort of 99% where I know that it's like there's just a little bit of, where it's like I'm pretty much fine. It's like I'm literally fine, but I want to wait one more day to make sure the sickness is out of me before resuming my daily life. I'm hoping that's what tomorrow is. Um, yeah, and I need a shave because I didn't shave while I was sick because I was too tired. I mean, showering was so hard, man. But yeah. Um, that was the journal. Uh, yeah, I don't know how long this one is or will be, because like I feel like I was like going through that and I was like I usually do so much more talking, but it's like I mean this week what I said to myself before this week was that next week I'm going to shut everything down and work on college, right? Because I mean I know this, you know this, is this whole trajectory of my greater life thing. Um, is like causing me so much stress and anxiety, and I'm really just not going to know until I try. And like as I'm doing this, like I keep wondering like is it really the right choice? And it's like I honestly don't know. But I don't know what the right choice is. But I know that doing nothing is definitely the wrong choice, and that's what I've been doing. So I was talking to my friend, like I was having pretty much the same conversation, and I said to them the worst action is inaction. And I don't know if that's a quote from me or from somewhere else, but it makes perfect sense in this situation. Is, being a high school teacher, because that's what I'm going for, is that going to make me happy? Is that the right choice? Is that what I want to go to school for? I don't know, but I have thought about it a lot, and it seems like a pretty decent thing. I explained it in the last report why I wanted to. Um, but yeah, it's hard to do something knowing that it could be the wrong choice. But like I just said like 10 seconds ago, as long as it is a choice, you know, it's the right choice. It's a good choice. As long as it's not nothing, I think it's a good choice. Because you live and you learn, but I feel like I've been doing a lot of living and not a lot of learning. And something was it my dad was over, he came over to drop me off some canned soup, and he said he talked to my music teacher. Uh, let me note this. My music teacher of like 14 years, 15, 13 years, 13 years. Because I've been doing it since I was 7. And my teacher was like, oh, he was glazing me, for lack of a better term. Maybe not really. I don't know. It's hard to say. You know, I'm the type of person to squish my own compliments down to stop myself from getting an ego. But he said my teacher was like, oh, Asher's so good at, you know, music and theory. I don't know if there's much left to teach him. There's nothing I can give him that he can't not understand. Essentially saying I understand everything that is being taught. And I thought about that just while sitting on the toilet. And I was like, wait, maybe music is my thing. Maybe that's the thing that I need to go to college for. And what I mean by that is that I would take the knowledge of my music, take the knowledge of music with me to college, and then to the part of being a high school teacher. Because I was like, wait, I really do know a lot about music and theory. Will that, you know, help me? I don't know. Would it help me be a high school teacher? If I was teaching, you know, high school music, yeah. Because it's like I said, since I was 7, I've been doing this like years. It's years and years of knowledge in my head, which could help me probably. um, but yeah. But I'm kind of crossing the bridges as I get to them. And something the, good lord, something the JCCC counselor asked me was, she was like, what do you want to teach? And in my head, I was like, I could teach whatever I want whenever I want, but I only thought that because the high school teachers from my homeschool co-op were in a homeschool co-op. So I would assume that they may not need as much qualifications to teach a subject as someone in a public high school would. So I was like, maybe I can teach one class, next year teach 2 classes, next year 3 classes, 4 classes, maybe I can swap between some. And I was like, wait, maybe that's actually not how it works in the real world, you know, outside my little bubble homeschool co-op. So yeah, I guess I'll probably just start, because like I'm sure you can teach multiple subjects in high school, in a public high school. I might just need, you know, a bit more schooling. But I don't know, if it gets me more money, brings me more joy, you know, I'll do it. Yeah, that's about it. This week's goal, college. I made progress on it. Next week's goal, college. And I'll hopefully make more progress on it, you know? Um, yeah, next week I'm going to talk to a counselor from KU. And then I feel like that's kind of the final step, maybe. Um, yeah, I still need to apply. I'll probably do that next week, during the next week. Um, yeah, I've also thought about my New Year's resolutions. I say in quotes because something I thought about was like I've never actually heard another human being, like in person, talk about New Year's resolutions. I've only heard about them, I think, like online and in like movies and stuff. Because I had two, but I was like, wait, does anyone care about these? And maybe I don't know. Yeah, I don't know because I've never heard like a friend or a family member talk about a New Year's resolution. Um, and I've got two written down right there on my whiteboard, right under my. I'm trying to put my thumb in the bottom of the camera, over there, under my bed. Yes, on the whiteboard. You can just see the faintest edge of the whiteboard right here. Yeah. My two New Year's resolutions are written there. I don't know if I'll do them. I don't know if I want to, honestly. I don't know. They're boring and at the same time they're not. It's something that I want to do, but that doesn't mean it will get done. Um, you know how it goes. But I think that's all I have to say. Thank you all for watching. See you next week. Bye. Oh, terrible voice crack. Bye.